Hello and welcome back to Yoga with Glenn. I'm Glenn. Today I have a third eye chakra flow for you. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you're always alerted when I'm uploading new videos. It helps a lot. So hop into something comfortable, hop on your mat, and let's get started. Join me here in Hero's Pose, thighs together, shins together, sitting on the heels, big toes touching. Hands placed in the lap, one on top of the other, palms facing up. The third eye chakra is about vision, dreams, wisdom, and intuition. Some affirmations you can recite to yourself is I trust my intuition always, and I can manifest my vision. Just throughout this practice and throughout your daily life, you can just recite those to yourself just to align with the third eye chakra. Now from here we can get grounded and we'll take a few breaths together. So after an exhale, just let all the air out. Inhale, filling the belly, feeling the ribs expand. Inhale, filling the chest, and hold at the top. And one more inhale just to fill the mouth. And open mouth, exhale, let it all out. One more, fill the belly, the ribs, feel the chest lift, hold at the top. One more inhale, filling the roof of the mouth, and open mouth, exhale, let it all go. One more, fill the belly, feel the ribs expand, feel the chest lift. One more inhale to fill the roof of the mouth, and exhale through the mouth, let it all go. And if you join me, we'll release our legs and we'll come on to our back, slowly lower down, one vertebrae at a time, resting the back center of your head on the ground, the soles of the feet on the ground, pretty close to the glutes. Have the palms facing down, arms next to your side. Maybe the index finger touches the heel. And from here we'll do a few rounds of bridge pose, pressing up through the feet, lifting the hips. With an inhale and exhale, lower back down. Inhale, press up for bridge. And exhale, lower back down. Inhale, press up one more time. And lower back down with an exhale. Let's raise our hands up over our head. Feel the shoulders lock into place, the arm bones are stacked. And continue that exhale, resting the arms overhead. And exhale, bring the arms back down to your side. And with an inhale, we'll press off the soles of our feet and lift our hips and raise our arms at the same time for rolling bridge. So inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms, and the fingertips should come onto the ground. The fingernail side of the hand should come on the ground at the same time as the hips reaching their peak height. And exhale, roll it back down. The hips should touch the ground the same time as the palms. Another rolling bridge. Inhale, press up, roll the arms up. And exhale, let it all come back down. We'll do one more. Press up with the hips and roll the arms up. And exhale, let it all roll back down. We use our inner vision to train the mind and move through obstacles and limitations in our lives. An obstacle could perhaps be daydreaming and just never bringing those dreams to life, never manifesting those dreams. I want you to live out those dreams so that you can be successful in your life and whatever success means to you. Let's extend your right leg into the air and fold the right ankle over the left knee for a figure four. And let's press our hips up again for a figure four bridge variation. And exhale, lower back down. And if that was too intense for you, you can definitely stay here in this position. You don't have to press up with the hips. But if it wasn't, that felt good for you, you can certainly join back along. Inhale, press up again, bringing a little bit of pressure down to this knee, not forcing anything. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up. And exhale, lower. Inhale, press up one more time. And exhale, softly lower your hips to the ground. Extend the right leg and place the sole of that foot on the ground next to the left. Now let's raise the left leg into the air, straighten, and we bring the toes back towards your face a little bit. And place that left ankle over that right knee. And let's press up. And exhale, lower down. Now, if that felt too intense for you, you can certainly just leave it like this. You don't have to press the hips up. But I encourage you to just give a little bit of pressure with your left hand on your left knee if you're not going to raise your hips up off the ground. So again, with an inhale, let's press up with the right leg. And exhale, lower back down. And with an inhale, press up. And exhale, slowly lower down. One last one. Inhale, press up. And exhale, softly lower your hips to the ground. And when your hips touch the ground, lift the left leg, straighten it, and rebend, place the sole of the foot on the ground. Now comfortably, if you want, you can just get up and get into table posture. But if you'd like to join along, you give your knees a hug. And I encourage you to slowly rock. Just imagine leading from that third eye. Slowly rock back and forth until you gain enough momentum where you can come up into a seat. And if you have room in front of you, I'm going to scoot back a little bit. And if you'd like to, you can roll over that seat and into a nice neutral table posture. And from here, going to extend our left leg back. And we're arrowing the foot so our heel is stacked right over our toes. And with an exhale, we can press back a little bit, stretching the calf. And with an inhale, we'll roll over the foot and stretch the ankle. Exhale, lower back. Inhale, come forward, rocking over the wrists also. And exhale, press back. Trying to keep our hips level, trying to keep our shoulders level. Inhale, shift forward, roll over the toes. A nice stretch of the ankle. And exhale, press back. And inhale one more time, roll over. And exhale, press back, stretching that calf. Now from here, you're going to lift the left leg into the air. I'm going to scoot back just so I have room. So with that left leg in the air, toes pointing towards the ground, hips should be level. It shouldn't be opening like this. Your hips should be staying nice and flat. Raise the right arm into the air, straight overhead. Scoot back just a little bit more. Overhead, and with an exhale, we're going to crunch and we'll bring our left knee to our right elbow. And inhale, re-extend. And exhale, crunch. Inhale, extends. Exhale, and as we crunch, our chin will fall towards the chest a little bit. And inhale, extends. And exhale, crunch. Inhale, extends. And exhale, crunch. Inhale, extends. and place the right hand on the ground. The left knee comes to the ground. Now, from what you've experienced there, if you had any balance issues, you can adjust your hands, maybe adjust the positions of your knee for this next round. Now extend your right leg back, arrowing the toes. The heel is, or arrowing the foot, the heel should be over the toes. And inhale, we can come forward and roll over those toes. And exhale, press back, stretching the calf. Inhale, come forward, maybe the chin falls towards the chest. Exhale, press back, maybe the chin lifts. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, come back. Inhale, forward, rolling over those toes. And exhale, press back. Now float that right leg into the air. And the left hand comes up in the air, left arm. And again, our hips are straight. And if you need to make any adjustments with your right hand while you're here, maybe you're teetering too much, you can move your hand out or in, whatever helps you with your balance. But from here in this bird dog, we'll exhale and we'll crunch, bring the right knee to the left elbow. Maybe the chin falls towards the chest. Inhale, extend, and exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend, and exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend, exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend, and last one, exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend, and place the left hand on the ground. Right knee comes to the ground. Now set yourself up and press back into downward facing dog. And since this is our first one, maybe you can walk the feet in just a little bit. Heels reaching towards the ground. We can bend one knee. We can bend the other just to pedal out the feet. And when you're satisfied with that, lift the left leg straight into the air and bring it forward for a runner's lunge. And just feel a nice stretch in the hips here, maybe on the inner thigh. We'll hold this for just a second. Left chest is resting on the left knee. And with an inhale, press back into three-legged dog. And exhale, return the foot to the ground. Now bring the right foot in the air for three-legged dog. And exhale, bring it through. Again, keeping that back knee off the ground for now for a runner's lunge. Resting that right chest on the right knee. And we'll exhale, three-legged dog, and place the right foot on the ground. Inhale, lift the left leg again. Exhale, step that through. And we'll bring the right knee down this time. You can leave the toes tucked, or you can release them if you like. We'll inhale and rise. Bring our arms up above for a low lunge. And exhale, bring those hands back down to the mat. Tuck those toes. Lift the right knee off the ground. And back into three-legged dog. And downward facing dog. Same thing, opposite side. We'll lift the right leg in the air. Exhale, step it through between the hands. Drop the back knee. Again, you can release the toes or keep them tucked. And inhale, rise for low lunge. Arms straight up in the air. And exhale, bring our hands back down to the mat. Back knee lifts up. And three-legged dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. With an inhale, lift the left leg again. Bring that through. Inhale, rise for high lunge, maybe a crescent in this lunge. And exhale, right hand stays on the mat. And twist with an inhale. And exhale, return the left hand to the mat. Step back into three-legged dog and downward facing dog again. One last time with the right leg. Inhale, lift it up, three-legged dog. And exhale, step that through. And we'll rise for a high crescent lunge. And exhale, return the hands to the mat. Left hand stays planted on the mat. And inhale, twist, raising our hands straight up in the air. Inhale and exhale, return the hand to the mat. Three-legged dog with an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring it up to high lunge. Lower down. You can lower down all the way to your belly if you want to stay floated off the ground. You can reverse the toes in either high cobra or upward facing dog. Flip the toes again and end up in downward facing dog. Let's bring our knees to the mat wide. Bring the big toes to touch. And with an exhale, we can sink back into child's pose. Third eye on the ground, arms extended overhead. And if you like, you can bend the elbows, bring your palms to touch, prayer hands, and your thumbs can rest on the back of your head. And we'll just have a few breaths here. Feel free to exhale through the mouth, maybe get some heat out of the body. After an exhale, let's return our hands to the mat and inhale up into table posture. Now with an inhale, bring your left arm out to a T. And exhale, we'll thread the needle through, so we'll thread the left arm underneath the right armpit. Don't quite touch the ground yet. With an inhale, we'll bring it back up for a twist, maybe open up a little bit more. And exhale, thread that through, not on the ground yet. And inhale again. Twist up even more as high as you've gone. And exhale, thread all the way through. Placing the shoulder on the ground, the arm on the ground, back of the hand on the ground. The chin will fall towards the chest a bit. And the right arm will act as a kickstand here. This is a nice stretch for our shoulder. And if you feel like you're stable enough here, not too much pressure on your head, you can release the right arm and you can take a bind behind the back. You're touching the back of the hand to the left hip. And we'll take a few breaths here. And after your next exhale, inhale and begin to unwind, undo the bind if that's where you're at. Press off the right hand. And inhale, bring the left arm up. And exhale, return the left hand to the mat. Same thing, opposite side, bring the right arm out to a T. And exhale, thread that right arm underneath the left armpits. Leaning down just a little bit, left arm still off the ground. Inhale, rise and twist. And exhale, thread that through, but don't touch the ground yet. And one last time, inhale, rise and twist, biggest twist you've had. And exhale, thread it through, and place the shoulder, the arm, the forearm, back of the hand on the ground. Head will touch the ground, chin falls towards the chest. Same thing applies if you feel stable enough where you can remove that left hand. Take a bind behind the back of the left hand touches the right hip. And we'll take a few breaths here. After an exhale, inhale and begin to unwind, reset your left hand on the ground. Press off that left hand, and with an inhale, come up with a twist. And exhale, right hand comes back to the mats. Tuck the toes, press back into downward facing dog, and slowly walk your hands forward towards the top of your mats. Bring the feet together, and with an inhale, circle the arms up and rise, palms touch overhead, and hands come to heart center. With an inhale, we'll circle the arms up again, and exhale, sink back into chair pose, arms still overhead. I'm going to scoot back away from this window here. Lower your hands down in front of you, and from your chair we're going to twist, and your eyes are going to track this left hand back behind you. And with an inhale, sweep the left arm by the left hip, rise, small back bend, and forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. And inhale, rise, circle the arms up, touching the palms overhead, and hands come to heart center. Bend the knees slightly, load into the legs and the feet, and rise, circling the arms up, and keeping the arms up and sinking back into chair pose. Again, even pressure in the feet, knees slightly bent like we're sitting down in a chair. Our ribs not flared but tucked in. Bring some energy to those abs, and lower our arms down in front of us. And we'll watch the right hand as we track it for a twist. And with an inhale, sweep the right arm by the right hip, rise, small back bend, and exhale and fold, flush into our standing forward fold. Now while we're here, we can walk our feet apart, a little over hip width, maybe shoulder width apart. And with an inhale, we can rise, circle our arms up, bring our hands down to heart center. I'm going to turn towards you so you can see this. But with our feet, again, just maybe at shoulder width, maybe a little less, we can start to lean over to your right side and bring your left leg up, and wherever it happens to land, maybe on the thigh, maybe on the calf, you can even just have it as a kickstand here. Just don't press against the knee, please. Not good for our knees to do that. But wherever it comes naturally, toes pointed straight at the ground. We'll be here for Vrikshasana, tree pose. And if you like, you can extend your arms overhead, maybe out to a Y, maybe down to a T, or you can leave them here at heart center. And bring our knee to center, extend the leg, and lift, and set that leg down, and fold for a standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold again, and inhale, rise, circle the arms up, touching the palms overhead, and bring our hands down to heart center. Same thing, opposite side. A lean into your left side. Maybe this right foot comes up as a kickstand like this. Maybe it connects with the hip or the calf. Maybe it comes above the knee, the heel on the thigh, just not resting on that knee. But wherever it comes naturally, don't try to yank it up in any higher position than this. And again, our hands maybe at heart center, maybe extended out to a Y, maybe out to a T, whatever's most comfortable for you. Just a breath or two here in tree pose. And after an exhale, inhale, bring that knee to center, extend that leg, Lift, lift, and set the foot down on the ground. Arms extended overhead, and fold. Dive straight down into a standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lifts, and exhale, fold again. Place your hands on the mat, and if you're facing the correct way on your mat, just step back into table posture. I'm going to stay here so you can see, but we're going to come into hero's pose. So shins together, thighs together, big toes come to touch, and we're sitting on the heels. And with an inhale, lift our arms straight up, and we'll take a twist to your right. Your hand comes onto the thigh, other arm on the ground behind your hip, and looking behind you. And with an inhale, the chin comes to the front shoulder. Exhale, chin to back shoulder. Inhale, rise, arms come overhead, and twist to the opposite side. Opposite hand on the thigh, the other hand behind you. And with an inhale, look to the front shoulder. And with an exhale, chin to back shoulder. And inhale, arms come straight up. And exhale, hands to the ground in front of you. Table posture. I'm going to turn and sweep the legs around and come to a seat. Have a nice bend in the knees. The toes don't have to come in contact with the ground. Maybe it's just the heels here, but a nice easy bend so there's plenty of space. And we're going to take a seated forward fold. So with an inhale, get long, raise the arms up, and exhale, fold from the hips, and just fold straight forward. Now you can have a bend in the knees wherever you're comfortable. Maybe they're more bent than mine. Maybe your legs are straighter than mine. But while we're in this posture, slowly scoot the heels forward wherever you're at. And again, we're not trying to force anything. We're just, as our body is in this forward fold, just trying to let our body just melt forward. Chin can rest towards the chest. Arms, whether they're on the shins, the ankles, grabbing the feet, wherever they may lie. And just keep trying to scoot those heels forward. We want to end up eventually maybe with straight legs. And wherever you're at right now, just come to stillness. And if you're grabbing your ankles, your toes, your heels, middle of your foot, just keep grabbing a hold of whatever you have. And we'll inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest, grow a little bit long. And exhale, fold. We'll walk our arms forward till they're straight. And again, inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest, and exhale, fold again. If your arms bent, again, just walk them forward, down your foot, down your leg until they're straight. And if you're grabbing on to your foot like I am, inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest, grow long, maybe press the feet forward a little bit, and exhale, fold. Just hold this posture for a few breaths. Again, if you're feeling any kind of pain here, you can certainly just back off the posture a little bit. But we want to feel some sort of effect. After your next exhale,
Slowly release your hands. Walk your hands on the outside of your legs. Walk yourself up to a tall seat. Bring the feet, bend the knees so the feet are flat on the ground. If you're not towards the front of your mat, just scoot yourself forward a little bit. Arms come straight out, and we're just going to roll one vertebrae at a time onto our back. Center of our head comes to rest on the earth. I encourage you to have your palms facing up and your arms with enough space for your armpits to breathe. Extend one leg, extend the other. Toes curled back towards your head at first, and then just relax each foot and just let your foot, wherever it lies, maybe it'll lay outwards. Just begin to relax. Just bring awareness to the toes and the feet. Just recognize how the earth supports the heels. Bring awareness to the calves, the space underneath the knees, back of the thighs, back of the hips. Just feel how they're supported by the earth. Your shoulders, your upper back, your upper arms, your lower arms, your hands, whatever part is touching the earth. Just let it be supported. The back of your head is heavy on the earth. Your eyes probably closed, sinking back. Space between the teeth. Your tongue sinks back into the lower palate. Just imagine that your brain just sinks back to the back of your head. Maybe you've had some dreams lately that you've wanted to come true, come to fruition. And just give yourself affirmations throughout the day that you definitely can do it. You definitely can manifest your vision. You trust your intuition. You can make those dreams come true. You can definitely be successful. If you would like to stay in Shavasana, I definitely welcome you to do so. If you'd like to join along, inhale and circle your arms up. Touch your palms overhead. Bring your thumbs down to the third eye. I want to thank you for joining me in this practice. Hopefully you've gotten something out of it. Namaste.